Welcome to Kiwis and Dragons, a D&D adventure from Aotearoa, New Zealand, the home of hobbits. Now, our intrepid party of adventurers consists of Duncan Daynut, a fighter with a heart of gold and the brain of turnip.
Grandma Daynut used to say, always respect the DM, or Dungeon Moope as we like to call him.
Sorry. Undra Vermis, a drowned necromancer with a fascination of death and hopefully something nicer to say.
A handy hint from me today. Use long golden strands of a cleric's hair to knit a lovely autumnal scarf.
What kind of scarf?
Autumnal.
I'm just waiting for the hidden punchline.
No, it's very nice.
Okay.
It's a little itchy. I mean, it would be easier if he wasn't still attached to it. No.
Maybe you should try using his head hair.
Tish does
The other is longer.
Yeah, she said golden.
Tish Dusklight, a gnome bard that sings like sings like an angel and talks like a mugger in a dark alley.
Does she?
When you were a young dwarf, did you have a puppet that you carried around? Well, we love you just as much as that puppet, and we'll never let you down.
Oh.
And I'll stop there because it just gets too high and loud and hurt your little ears.
But in Puppet, I was thinking there was going to be like a rhyming Muppet, and I was just thinking you guys are in so much trouble.
No, that's later.
They're very respectful.
Act 3.
Always respect the DM.
Yep.
Always respects them up.
Skolgenvad, a war cleric of Rowan who lets his hammer do most of the talking.
När en björn nyser kommer du att bli lycklig som en sill.
Oh, yeah. I agree.
Oh.
Yes. When a bear sneezes, it brings luck to the herring.
To the herring or the herring.
Herring, as in like
Does it
fish.
sneeze the herring out?
What about the
Does it sneeze the
What about the hair that's behind it? That's not so lucky.
No, it's called kanin, eller hare.
A horror, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
When a bear sneezes, it brings luck to the herring.
Yes.
Does that mean you'll be lucky fishing them? Is that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You love the fishes?
Oh, no.
So I was
might
going
be
with
too.
maybe when he sneezes, he farts at the same time. Like,
No.
yeah, fortunate one way,
It's
not so
they're
fortunate.
very graceful.
Yeah, pleasure, pain. Someone always
That's
pays
happened
for.
I've heard of it happening before.
No.
That would be unfortunate.
Yeah.
How does a bear sneeze exactly?
A tissue.
It's a polite.
Trust the DM.
In your culture, are you a bear?
I am.
Oh, as a Swedish bear goes, achoo.
Ah.
Are you a fuzzy bear?
Let's just look at the scarf. You'll find out. Anyway, we join our intrepid band of rude, I'd like to say, quite considered rude adventurers,
I've been very
where I'm
nice.
concerned.
I haven't said anything yet.
No. You said plenty last time. I have a long memory.
She's written it down if we forget.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our intrepid band of adventurers, having survived a nighttime mid-long rest incursion by a bunch of nasty drows who seem to be chasing after Undra and really highlighting the fact that someone wants your attention. Not sure why. Well, I know exactly why, but I'm
Pretty
not sure
amazing.
why. But yeah, you dispatched them all, killing the leader of the small kind of scouting party, Rek Drugar, as he fled. You managed to get a long rest and then make your way to the fishing township of Drake.
Drake.
That's right. Yeah, and really that's where we pick up. So you've left at first light. You've made your way to the town. And the town in front of you is a mid-sized fishing town. Docks of various lengths and sizes stretch out in front, housing a mixture of vessels. Mostly single-story buildings that line the edge of the town are a mixture of stone and wood, and a far larger building stands quite proud and tall toward the centre of the town, rising above the roofline. There's a bustling vibe evident as traders move to and fro along the main passage into Drake. What do you do?
What's the big building?
You don't know.
Very proud.
I'm going to ask someone.
All of you. New characters next week.
I think we're going to have to come up with a list of words that Dan can't use.
Most of them.
Most of them really, yeah.
Give me a dictionary. There we go.
Hey, okay.
I was just, expressing air from my lungs in preparation
Still
for possible battle.
Trying to recover
I
from
mean,
the
I could
soft
say the word
opening.
lunch and you probably find that funny.
Oh, I can.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
can
see?
get there.
We can
Yeah,
get there.
you could get there on anything.
Especially in a fishing village.
Right.
Dining
So,
out. Now that's
I'm looking at this village.
gobbling.
Is, if we're assuming the cart came here, is there like a coaching inn or something like that?
Tavern.
Well, you're on the outskirts of the village. I mean, go
Hello,
and find
Mr.
out.
NPC. Is there a coaching inn somewhere?
Oh, hello, Mr. PC. Well, there's a group of people around. As some traders are walking past you, you kind of flag one down. You ask them.
Is it someone with an exclamation mark over there?
Yeah, they just seem to be doing this little kind of like square walk, like backing on themselves, and they stand and look at you like, "Whoa."
Oh, you have the cold dead eyes.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna drink. We're not drinking the water in this place.
No,
I
no,
think
no.
there must
You
lead poisoning or something.
you inquire politely, and they turn around and explain. Yes, then he points in the yonder direction of the taller building that you can see rising above the others. The inn, the Puffing Lizard, is a good kind of trade post. There's probably a good place to go and inquire. I mean, it's a medium-sized town. There's not really too many places to stay. People kind of come and go, but there's plenty of rooms here.
Okay. Who's in charge of the puffing lizard?
I didn't get his name. The landlord got an ask, I suppose, where he was working behind the bar. But anyway, enjoy your visit. Farewell. And they kind of toddle off, trying to catch up to the group that left
What
them
was your
behind.
name? I'm Duncan Daynut.
It's like holding off.
We're all going to die.
And I almost rolled the puffin day nut in my nose.
The puffing Daynut.
Yeah.
Right, let's go to the puffing lizard then.
Yes.
Yes. I want to keep my eyes peeled. Remember, I told you how to do that later.
Needle and
Keep
thread.
my eyes peeled on the way.
Yeah. So you
looking
make your
at
way
listening.
into you make your way into the town proper, and a mixture of buildings, some large, some small. You go past numerous stores of descriptions. Mostly seem to just be selling normal fare. There's kind of supply shops. There's there is a bakery, a lovely bakery. There's some kind of pies and bits and pieces in there.
Bakery.
You kind of beautiful smell wafting on the air, drawing you kind of as you're wandering past. You look for a second. Where's Tish? And she's just kind of like all palms up against the window, just like slowly sliding down it. Like,
What's the name of the bakery?
delicious bakery.
Ah, Tante. I'm going to stop now.
That happened to me when I was a wee gnome.
No,
It
seriously.
did. It was a donut shop, and my uncle thankfully had a good hold of me because I ended up against the window. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, good times. Next.
It is. But yeah, a mixture of stores and shops. Like I said, there's a vibe in the town. People are milling around and toing and froing. A lot of the trade seems to be centred in the direction of the water's edge, and even from walking through the town, you can see numerous boats making their way out into the bay here that extends out into the larger kind of sea and off into the distance. The Puffing Lizard, as you come to it, stands quite quite large and grand. There's what are we? We've a two-story building that's beset by this busy street leading in all directions, and the busiest leading down to the water's edge. So as you look down towards the water's edge, there's more of a kind of a hut feel down there. Fishing nets are visible, hanging up. There's various people kind of doing chores, fixing nets, tending boats and so on, and it's all quite visible and open. It's kind of got that shanty town look right on the water's edge. Customers are coming and going out of the inn itself, walking around to a kind of an open stable to one side, and you hear kind of gruff but friendly voices bidding farewell to someone as gentlemen leave. But yeah.
Well, maybe we could just pop into the pub and have a pint and get some information, because it'd be rude not to have a pint if we're asking for
It
information.
is the right thing to do, yes.
For the economy of drink.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go on in. It's quite a large tavern in itself, open wooden tables and chairs scattered around a large bar, and at which a gentleman stands kind of leaning on the edge. He's mid-height, stocky build, kind of big barrel chest, a tuft of tight curls on his head. I'm waiting for the laugh. No, okay. And he's just smiling, laughing at a number of characters that are leaning up against the bar, both drinking out of
Is
kind
he
of
human?
clay tankers. He is, yeah, does look human.
Right.
Just a little bit shy of 6 foot, so quite a big,
Let's walk
biggish
up to the
person.
bar then and say, "Hello, I'm Duncan Dana. What's your name?"
Well, hello, Master Dwarf. Pleasure. You're not a familiar face. Let me introduce myself. My name's Kennel. I'm Kennel. I'm in charge here of the Puffing Lizard.
Oh,
Nice to make your acquaintance and your friends. Are you looking for maybe a room for the evening, or maybe a spot of lunch? It's nearly lunchtime. Yes.
oh yeah, some lunch and a jug of ale would be marvellous.
Kind of clicks and taps you on the shoulder. Well, we've got all of that, so why don't you go and take a seat, and I'll have one of the young ladies come over and serve you straight away. But yeah, welcome. Thank you for enjoying the hospitality of the Puffing Lizard. I hope you enjoy yourselves. And he kind of gestures over at a young lady. Kind of comes over, short, mousy brown hair, kind of cropped. She's kind of like traditional white penny. Kind of very homely look. Says, "Oh, I'd like to come this way. I'll take you over to a table." And she kind of walks off, expecting you to follow.
Okay, just follow her.
Okay.
She sits you down. Right. Here's some ale for the 5 of you.
No, there's just the 3 of us, but that would be great.
I forgot about
Oh no, I could do 4 now. Can I do 4?
You can do 4, yes.
Yeah, there's just the 3 of us, but because he has milk.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Wonderful.
I forgot we had AJ with us.
Yeah. Same.
Do you have a dog bowl?
Would you like some beer, AJ?
Oh, that'd be nice. Is that okay?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Well, it's good to loosen the tongue a little bit.
Yeah.
It depends on how you behaved.
Yes. Yes. No, I'll behave.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah. She kind of wanders away with a slight confused look on her face and comes back with a jug and 5 kind of little clay pots. One of them's got this kind of a bead of condensation as she puts down a nice cold glass of milk to you. There we go. Full fat. Hope you don't mind.
Can you drink it like this? That'd be really cool.
No.
Really freak AJ out. No? Okay.
My name's Duncan. What's your name?
Oh, my name's Henry. How are you?
Henry.
Yes. Yes.
Is that short for something?
Yes. Henrietta.
Oh.
But it's a bit of a mouthful. So Henry. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. So, Henry, we're just like following some friends of ours who've probably been through here. We got waylaid back in Hawks. Was it Hawksmoor we went to last? And we just wondered if they'd been through here, how far ahead of us they were. They would have been like a few wagons from the mining company bringing ore. Did they stop here?
Oh, really sorry, but I'm not much use to you. I'll ask around and see if I can find any information out, but I haven't really seen any wagons come through. But then I haven't really been paying attention, you know.
Would Kennel know?
He might do. Yeah, I'll go and ask him.
Okay.
They'll probably come here for a feed because I'm not sure if there's any other place you can eat here.
Yeah, no, I'll ask. I mean, yeah, all sorts of people come through, so yeah, some kind of stay overnight, some just kind of stop here and then go again, just pick up some things and move on. We're quite a good central location. So
Go and ask Canal now.
okay, don't need to be
Please.
rude.
No, I'm not.
What kind of
Maybe you-
people?
He's not being rude.
Really
He's
interesting
he's just like from the north where they do things a bit different.
Oh,
That's
okay.
just his nature. He's a bit
Yeah,
blunt.
she
It's
tells-
not his first language either.
She turns around to you and she just goes, it's just slowing her speech down and raising her volume.
Yes.
It's okay, I understand. And she walks
Oh,
off.
good. Thank you.
You could have fun with this.
But yeah,
Well, she was nice.
but she comes back in a few minutes. Like, so, I'll pop over and speak to you in a moment. But she gives out some kind of like pieces of parchment. He goes, I've got a couple. Do you want some food, maybe? We've got some lovely fresh caught kind of fish that we're just serving, just roasted with some potatoes. We've got some braised pork pies from the Delicious Bakery, Dandy and Delicious Bakery. We've got just like a nice beef stew.
Porky pies, you fed me lies.
No, I didn't. No, really. It's not like pork pie, the one with the jelly and stuff, but it's like
Oh.
slow braised and kind of spices and so on.
With
It's real
like
tender.
crease and stuff in it, like a watercress.
Why would you do that?
Oh, because it's really good.
That sounds
Oh,
Okay.
moly water.
Can I just have some salted pickled herring and some bread, please?
Yes, I'll bring you some fish and bread.
Pies.
I will have 2 pies and I'll have one as well. What do you want?
I want to trip her up or she's walking away. No. I'll have the fish, I think, as long as it's not poisoned. And
Oh no, it's quite delicious.
yes. No pork pie for me.
Okay, no problem. I'll bring all that back.
It's lovely.
Takes a step away and just kind of moves away, picking up the boards that she gave you.
Are we gonna be worried about poison in going forwards?
No. I don't think
Probably.
so.
He
Well,
made
I'm
a
not
funny
anyway, 'cause I'm
noise.
resistant, but
Yeah, because I've had some dodgy food at lots
Yes,
of the
you
time.
have, and
Yeah.
fish is usually not your jam.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was crabs.
You
Yeah.
missed
When you
that.
got the crabs.
Yeah.
And you missed
But I got better.
And
Yeah,
you missed that
yeah.
big fight we had because you were off like in the woods
With the crabs.
like, just last.
Oh,
night.
yeah.
With the green
Yeah.
apple
Yeah.
splatters.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right. We're
Yeah.
fine.
You had the
Okay.
screaming dragons.
You had AJ to look out for you, so that.
Yeah.
No, we did all right without you. But your Guardians of the Galaxy were very useful. They did very well. Like
Yes.
spell you cast. I just thought I got
Guardian
you
of
well.
Faith.
Yeah.
Galaxy. You did. It was cool.
It was probably the best you've
Just
ever
no.
done, to be honest.
Oh, weird.
Pretty much whenever anyone came in, they came out of there pretty grooted.
Yeah. That was good.
I see what you did there, Moopy.
Yes.
It's beautiful. Grooty.
All right, so this is going to be our last episode because Disney's suing us.
Star Wars.
Disney.
bet
It's,
you
it's
do.
always Disney.
Do I have to write this down?
There must be a parody video that has Groot in it. I'm just going to.
Yes. Not that Guardians of the Galaxy video.
Oh.
Anyway, you have lunch was brought over and
No.
you eat over and
We
as,
eat.
as it's served, more beer is offered. I'm sure you take it
Yep.
if
Oh,
you
yes.
like that. And then after lunch is cleared, the landlord makes his way over. And in the meantime, you've seen a pretty raucous trade going on in here. There's not very often there's a table left empty, and there's a real mixture of individuals, different types of dress, obviously different types of employment or jobs. Some simple kind of fisherman outfits, some more kind of workers. You see some well-dressed merchants or traders of description. So there's a real mixed bag of people in the tavern.
Do we recognize anyone that's wearing like mine company gear or
Make an investigation check. Or make a perception check.
That's a good question.
perception? I rather. Persuasion, perception. Oh.
Sounds great.
2.
No, it's 3. So that's gonna be 11. It was almost a 17.
No, not anyone that stands out. And you specifically look for kind
Honestly,
of
throw it out of a window if there was an open window.
Oh, there's no
in this
windows
pub.
here in this dungeon.
put it in your teacup. Yeah, no one jumps out at you, and you're specifically looking for maybe guards or insignias and crests, and you don't see anything. Okay. But yeah. And yeah, Kennel comes over as you're looking around scouting. You're checking out someone in specifically, if I may ask. I just saw you looking around at all my
Yeah.
clients. It's a
Yeah.
pretty busy place. I pride myself. It's good food, good beer.
There are lots of locals here, so
A good mix, yeah.
I'm guessing you don't get many foreigners here.
When you say foreigners, what do you mean?
Or we're looking for our friends. And hopefully
Lots of people come through
Henry
here.
told you this.
Yeah, she did. She did mention that you were looking for something about wagons coming through from the mining company.
Yeah.
So, won't see any here, but all I can think of, there were a couple that came in quite late on yesterday afternoon, but they stayed at a local townhouse. I saw them out with a friend. Two quite large wagons covered over supplies by the looks of it. I don't know where.
Yes, they look.
But they left quite early this morning. Didn't even stop here, which is unheard of. So they were clearly in a wee rush.
What road did they take?
They carried on south. I assume they're going to. He pauses for effect. I assume they're going on to Delversdale. It's normally where supplies are taken of that ilk. But yeah, no, yeah. That's all I can assume. Unfortunately, I wasn't in here last night, so I didn't see anything in particular. But I don't hear that we had a big group in, and normally they all eat together and so on. But, sorry.
Okay.
But yeah.
Thanks for your help.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, no, you're fine. You said you were friends, or you were following them, or
Oh, yeah.
are you employed by the mine?
Oh, well, we've done some security work for the mine in the past, and we got waylaid, so we just got to catch them up to make sure they're all right.
Oh, yes. Well, I would say they probably got the jump on you by maybe 4 or so hours. It's not going to take you more than maybe 6 or so hours to get down to Delvers, but it's pretty straightforward. You pretty much back out the way you come, and then you hang south, and probably 3 hours you'll see a signpost forking, and you just head inland straight toward the mountainside.
Any shortcut we could take to catch up some time that would be too treacherous for the wagons to take?
You're walking on foot?
No, we got horses.
Your horses? I mean, you could cut across country. You might save a little bit of time, but obviously there's it's not. I mean, the path is road is quite well worn and hardy, so it's easier to get a good amount of speed up on there. You never quite know what you'll come across in a meadow or something. It's quite good to
We'll
lay
be
an
right
animal.
hard on the road. Yeah. Their carts won't be going that fast, will they?
So, but I mean, yeah, you make pretty good time, and I'm sure you'd be able to catch them up at a reasonable pace. You might even be there not far after them later on this evening. So,
Right.
but don't let there be a rush. I mean, if you'll catch them up, you'll catch them up. You stay and enjoy it. You've been to Drake before. You should take a little tour out into the bay on one of the boats, and maybe have a lovely dinner and a bottle of wine or something like that tonight. You'd stay a night.
Well, we're in a bit of a hurry, actually, so
We
thanks
can
for
do
your
it on the way back.
Yeah, we can do it on the way back.
Sounds good. I'll expect to see you all here.
Kennel, do you have any subterranean caves in this town?
As opposed to the ones that are above ground.
Well, we have a cellar where we keep the beer. It's a good cool temperature. No, being on the waters front, not so many that I know of. I mean, there might be some cave systems out around the bluff and on the headland, but I mean, I think you need to get a boat to get there.
Oh, that sounds good. Excellent. We'll be sure not to do that.
Sorry to disappoint.
Oh, yeah,
Why?
it's so sad.
You're feeling a bit homesick.
Oh, I just really love a cave full of deadly enemies. Oh, well, it's a shame there's no boat going to the caves. No, good.
No, I could
lovely.
inquire if you'd like.
No, we've got to get
it's
off.
okay.
No.
It's
No.
okay. We have a very important job to do with all that securing.
Yes.
Well, wish you well. Anything else you need, let me know. And he kind of slides off and goes kind of very casually and confidently to speak to a neighbouring table in a very host-like manner. Yeah. Yeah,
Do
he's
they
got-
have an image
So,
of what?
of him sliding off? It's like a snail. Is that the one you got? Up to the I wish we were live, right? Get the cloth, Henry.
I've missed you so much.
Oh.
How does AJ feel about all of this?
was just looking at everyone like, the crap's going on here.
Hey.
Good times.
Right.
Did I miss a joke?
Yes.
Let's sup up unpaid and then head off on the horses.
Yeah. As you're kind of finishing, there's multiple conversations going around that you kind of you hear snippets of. Things like one conversation you hear is kind of about the buildings and how they're on the water's edge and how it's such a shame that they've not been able to source spare timber to rebuild after the attack. Then there are conversations about how the fish are getting harder and harder to find in the bay.
Global warming.
Yeah, how it's so strange that that's happened so quickly.
All the fishermen have gone blind.
So we, like,
Start again.
yeah. Kiwis are dragging mate,
Start the episode, giant vampire kills you all. No,
It's the middle of the day, so we win, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
right.
you
Can we
appeared with sunscreen. Factor 50.
So what? I just like totally butt into that conversation. What happened with the attack then? We're just new in town.
All right, it's just a couple of males, kind of mid-50s, quite not shabby is the wrong word, but maybe a couple of days of growth. They look like they've been working quite hard. One of them's wearing a smock, more kind of like he's just come back off of a boat, quite tan skin, and looks around and looks at you, he's like, oh.
I was going to bring the picture of ale with me just to like put down on
Please,
the
I've
table.
got no kind of look. Oh. He picks it up and pours a glass, and he looks at you. So, you got your own cup, lad?
Oh yeah, I would have brought my cup
Yeah,
with me.
and he just tops it up a little bit.
Cool.
Puts it back, and he's like raises his glass. Thank you. Oh yeah, I mean, not that you can see it from here very much, but I mean that was an attack, but there's that bloody storm that came through weeks ago, and it just decimated the whole waterfront. I mean, it's why it's such a shanty-looking wreck down there. I mean, half the buildings were just completely obliterated, and thunder and lightning and all sorts, and just ravaged through. I mean, we managed to fix up what we could, and then supplies, getting anything out of Hawksmoor these last few weeks has just been an absolute pain in the arse, to be honest.
Oh.
So, but good. I mean, it's we lost 4 cold store units where we used to keep the fish on ice. We lost probably a dozen vessels, and I mean, attack is a strong word, but attack of Mother Nature, I don't know, it just came out of nowhere. It wasn't even raining that night. I just don't understand.
Do you believe them?
Yes.
Yes. Can I just cast our
Because
minds
you're
back?
trustworthy.
Remember,
No, it's because stupid.
Yeah.
remember that time we were on a ship that we probably shouldn't have been on, and
And
they
the
talked
thing.
about a thing and a Sheila.
Yes.
That's all I got.
And also the guy from the town, Larry, whatever his name was, they were talking about going away because the weather had hit like the coast ages ago.
Oh, yes.
yeah.
The thing
That was
in
a long
it.
time
Yes,
ago.
yes.
Yes,
So,
but it's a long time in episodes, but not so long a time
No.
in like actual
Yeah.
things.
so have I heard the conversation and seen? Am I close enough to have seen the
I mean,
conversation?
they're not being quiet, and you're quite close, table close to you. And
do
you're
do
right.
I think they changed tech, or
No, they're being quite open. They're honest. They've got nothing to hide. I mean,
Okay.
the conversations you've both picked up, yet about something pulling or helping aid the ship, and you were talking about being told by Nigel, I think, about a storm coming through and decimating the coastline, but a kind of a strange storm almost. But yeah,
And someone was going there to check things out.
yeah. And they just kind of carry on and like, yeah, I mean, don't know what it was, but maybe it was the gods putting it right. I mean, we were having a bit of a to-do, and the town council were trying to push back about a few things, and suddenly, we'd stopped sending. They'd stopped sending supplies down to Hawksmoor. They were having a hissy fit about something down there. No, but put the kibosh on that, and we were just back to square one, and just thankful for any trade we could get.
What was happening down there?
Oh, I don't know. I mean,
I'm
there
very
was,
interested in local
It was-
government politics.
it was price. I mean, we wanted more money. They weren't giving it to us, so we thought maybe we could sell our product elsewhere, and maybe ship it further afield. And two beautiful big boats that we were hoping to kind of ship out of the bay on. And they just were in the bay, and they both scuttled and destroyed.
Oh, it's terrible.
Well, that's where Yet was standing up and don't want to move ill-begotten goods.
No, nothing ill-begotten about them.
Oh,
my friend.
that's what I heard though.
Well, he's going to get your information right, fella. This is just stuff we caught fair and square. We're just looking to try and make a better profit for our families. So, nothing.
Oh no, not on your side, because it was about the ore stuff.
Oh, what all?
Because this is Drake's Bay, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about that other one. That other, no.
The other one when they sank ship in your harbour.
No,
yes.
well, that wasn't belonging to us. That was, I can't think of them. That was the company that were trading out of the Western Isles, and they're refusing to sell stuff to the mining company.
Oh.
And they basically planted themselves out in the bay for about a week, refusing to bring a shipment in. Yeah,
So do you know who sank the ships?
no idea. Like I said, it was like a storm. You go out a pain of death. It was like gale force wind and suddenly lightning and thunder. And
Very, very frightening.
on a day when it wasn't even raining.
no, I mean, it was cloudy and overcast. There was something going on, but it's not like a storm front came in.
I wonder if it was Chasselas.
May I have a what's it called? It's called
Inside.
Please, Bob.
yes.
Inside.
Yes, but
Insight.
can I please have a vowel?
So that's a
Top and one from
27.
the bottom.
He looks genuine, like
Yeah. No,
it was an anomaly, weather event. Something happened. No one could put their
one
finger
in
on it.
100 years.
Right,
And
let me just
yeah.
talk to Frank Dane at
Out of the
Junior a
blue.
moment. Frank Dane at Junior says he thinks they're being honest, and what's happened is the boat was in the bay, and they weren't selling to the mining company, and these people in the town were going up against the ironmonger, who was doing Chasselas' business. So either Chasselas or someone else who was working for them cast a big spell that made this big storm and caused all the havoc to teach him a lesson. Is that right, Frank? He says it is, yes.
Yet again, the puppet is on the other hand.
You get a tap on the shoulder, and it's him. She's like, "Oh, my little sister's got one of those. It's so
not
cute.
one of those.
Just like that." And she kind of wanders off, just like, "Oh, it's so cute. The little dwarf man's got a toy."
Not like Frank Dane at Junior, he's magic.
As your assistant. It's a very important man.
What, the puppet?
Arcane puppet.
Arcane.
Well, they're like, "Oh yeah." I mean, we'll
Got
get,
magic brown eye.
yeah, we'll get there. We'll rebuild. We'll rebuild. But just wish it would happen quicker. But yeah. Anyway, who are you all? Anyway, what are you doing in town? Just passing through?
We're just leaving.
Yes, we've
Yeah.
going to find some friends of ours that have gone to
Delvesdale.
where?
Yeah.
Delvesdale.
Delversdale?
Delversdale.
It won't take you long to
Sorry,
get
spelled
there.
it wrong.
Oh, so you work for the mining company?
Yep.
No. We're the management
And as he
team
says
of,
that, there's a kind of a not an affront, but he just kind of draws back a little bit, and suddenly a warm exterior is like, so you work for them, kind of approach to his mannerism now.
Well, we used to work with them, but to be honest, we had a bit of a falling out. So we just got to, like, just sort out some legalese type stuff.
Yeah, so some back pay because we're independent contractors now.
Good luck getting anything out of them.
There's a big hole we have to fill.
Yeah.
With bodies.
Well, there's one of those up there. It's bloody giant open mine.
Oh, is there? Oh.
No, that's what it's all based on. It's just like
nice.
it's a small little hamlet, really, but they've got a big, I don't know, and he looks over to his mate and he goes, what did they find there? And he's like, oh, I don't know, some giant vein of something, like it was just like a metal, nothing precious, but quite close to the surface, so they just started digging straight into the side of the range, so... But anyway, yeah.
I've heard the bigger the vein,
So there's a plenty big enough hole for you all to jump in there and try and fill.
they're going to be fired.
Right. Let's. Should we head off then?
Yes.
How far are we from the mining town?
6 hours.
Yeah, about
Oh,
5 or
yeah.
6 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
They're very familiar with it for something that is quite far away.
Well, they might have sailed there, though, eh? Is it on the
This is the
coast?
passage, yes.
It's
So-
just, it goes, no, it's inland. It's on the main.
Inland.
Yeah. I
towards the
mean,
mountain
oh, we get plenty of the workers come here for a little period of. I mean, it's pretty intense up there,
somewhere.
but you've always got people coming down to spend the money.
Oh, yeah.
Mine.
Seaside, beach, sun.
Well, I don't know what you're looking at, but it's not a very nice seaside. It's more of a fishing village.
Well, we heard about these amazing trips you can go on, boat trips.
Oh, don't get me
To
wrong.
see
You
the
can go on a
bay.
boat, go around the bay. It's quite nice. Good fishing out there. Well, not so good, but you cast a line and catch something nice for your supper. It's quite peaceful.
Are there any interesting mysteries from this little fishing village?
It's like there's always a mystery in a little fishing village, my dear.
Good.
But no. I mean, well, what kind of mystery are you after?
You know, the ones that you turn into a story to frighten the children.
Yeah.
Well,
But the sea monster, the straggly woman sea monster that comes out at night and to eat the tiny children. No? Okay.
Oh.
no, that's I never really paid attention to the old bedtime stories.
You're not a true fisherman then if you're not superstitious.
Oh, plenty superstitious.
Oh, good.
So, yeah, but just don't listen to the stories. Got to go out and make a living, haven't we?
Oh, yeah.
He's a beggar laughed.
Anyway, thank you for the drink, Mr. Dwarf.
Oh, you're welcome.
What was your name? I didn't catch it.
My name's Duncan Dana.
Nice to
This
meet you,
here
Duncan.
is Frank Dana Jr., Arcane Wizard.
Are they related now?
Is that
Yeah.
nice to meet you? Anyway, enjoy your time. Safe travels. Thanks a lot. Kind of turns around,
So happy.
whisper between the two of them, like a bit of a chuckle, and then just carry on drinking.
I just wanted to, like, when we're out of earshot of these, I just wanted to say if I could raise some, like, strong feelings from them. See if they were, like, mind people stuff or just random hoodlums.
Oh,
The two you were just talking to.
Oh, just randomly. See if I get a reaction out of any of them.
Anyone? Okay.
Or any of the other people in the bar. Or
No, yeah, just
those
us
two.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, they genuinely seem like workers. They
Yeah.
were just in
Yeah.
there for a beer and. Yep.
Which was the most logical thing that they would be, but who knows?
Has our conversation with them made anybody else's ears prick up?
Make a
Anybody else
perception
looking
check.
interested?
Make a perception
Okey-dokey.
check.
check 'em.
Oh, sure. Whatever that is. No.
I'm going to close my eyes and get Frank to look with his brown eye.
Oh dear.
See if I can sense anything magical.
Can you smell anything? Oh, 10. 10 really good.
You look around and you kind of look at the people in the bar, and there's a mixture, but none of them seem to be
No.
paying you. No, none of them with that role seem to be paying you any attention.
Okay.
Right, should we just head on then?
Yes.
Roll past
I
all
wanna. I just wanna hunt these people down
Yeah.
and get that done with and fill the holes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I look at AJ.
Not really happy with all this talk of filling holes. I'm not quite sure what you mean.
Oh, you know.
No, I don't.
Well, it means
So,
we're going to kill people and bury them.
Oh,
This is
and
the
by
way.
bury we mean chuck in a hole.
fair enough.
I think the term the youth use is yeet. We are going to eat them in a hole.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your young waitress, Henry, comes over.
Henry.
You look like getting ready to make a move.
Yeah,
Is
we're
there
gonna,
nothing
we're
else
gonna
I can get you?
yeet out of here.
Yoink.
And she kind of looks at you and then looks at everyone else. So you're off? Nothing else I can get you? Should I get you a tab?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, wonderful. Well, I'll be right back. She comes over and she's got a tab. It's maybe like 3 silver pieces for what you've had and mark it off. And she goes, well, have a wonderful travel onwards, whatever you're up to. And, I forgot. I was speaking to, who was I speaking? I was speaking to a friend of mine, Jenna, and she was, I was mentioning what you were after. And apparently there were 2 mining company wagons that parked up overnight up at one of their houses up on the edge of the village. And I thought, because you were asking about it, I thought that was quite interesting.
It's very interesting.
Yeah, she know because she was like they're just serving the dinner because sometimes they there's when there's more of them they don't sometimes they come here but sometimes they get someone to go and just look after them. So she went and worked that night. So she said it was a very strange atmosphere, but and a bit weird. And she's never known them to get on and go so early. She was like they didn't even want any food this morning.
Oh.
But yeah.
Is it a big house?
No, more like a kind of like a way house, couple of rooms, I think, and a kind of a dining room and so on. But
It belongs to the mining company.
yeah, well, for the most part, I think it can be booked out by anyone. They just happen to book it at that point. So it's a bit like. Well, we got this fancy new name for it. It's called an Airbnb. Like a breakfast and dining kind of situation. Really cool. Yeah.
So how far in advance do you need to book these out?
I hear you can inquire you can book it like if it's empty. But yeah, I mean, if you are going to come back in a week, I can take a deposit and you can book it in if you like to stay there.
No.
No.
The dwarf says no.
Oh, okay.
Well, we don't know where we're going to be in a week. Do
Yeah,
we?
no.
Yeah.
So let's go.
You know, the way our
Thank
life
you.
goes,
Well,
we'll probably
anyway.
be in hell or something in a week.
I thought I'd share.
Yeah, let's go. Let's
that's
go.
really
And I wish you all a wonderful journey.
We
to wherever you go.
will use you as the referral if we book it.
She looks at you. She goes, "Okay, thank you very, very much. Safe travel, and hope you don't miss the snow too much." And she walks off.
Do you think we should check this house out or not bother? Just get on.
They're 4 hours ahead of us.
I mean, if it's a rented
But
one.
are there 4 hours that had...
Like I think
I
we
thought
should
he was
just.
saying that they just went straight through, but she's saying that they stayed at the
Let me
house
just
overnight.
check. They stayed,
Can you
but
go
left
back?
in the morning.
They left
4
first thing
hours.
in the
Yeah,
morning,
first thing.
so there's probably about say it's about lunchtime, so they've probably got about 6 hours on you. So
They should
give
be
or take,
here by
they
now.
won't be far away from the village by now.
Yeah.
So you kind of you make a bit of time on them, but
And also, if they depends on if they're staying in the village or just heading on. So I think we just go for it.
Yeah, just get on.
Yeah.
Right.
If we fed the horses a lot of chili, do you think it'd make them go faster?
No. But it'd be funny.
They'd keep stopping, wouldn't they? Like Shoal has to keep stopping when he has
Yeah.
dodgy chicken or crab.
Yeah.
But you don't stop. You just keep going and go.
No.
The horses, I think, they might,
That's a dwarven secret.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll bet
might be like a little jet engine on the back there. We might-
Bit hardier than Shoal, me, you know.
Yeah. Cool.
I don't mean that in a nasty way.
Do I need to pet him?
No, be fine.
I would say it's probably or kind of late lunch, 1 o'clock or so.
Yeah,
So
Right,
what
let's
are we
crack
doing?
on. Yeah,
Okay.
just get on the road, ride hard.
Yeah.
Really hard.
Yeah.
Gonna
Like this
ride the
horse.
road really hard.
Like
So
a
you kind of
Benester.
mixture of kind of galloping, cantering, whatever, kind of pushing the
Oh,
horses as much as you can.
We used to play a game.
Yeah, sure you do.
The chair. and-
And you
Timer.
probably a couple of hours into the trip, and scanning the horizon. Can I get all of you to make a perception check? Because you're kind of
We're gonna
looking
scan
at
the
the
horizon.
horizon, looking up. It's
Sorry.
lovely. It's a lovely kind of afternoon ride, and you're making
sort
good
of like
headway.
Yeah, 15.
What am I
What
doing?
am I doing?
An
Perception.
investigation. A
Perception.
perception.
Oh, investigation, you said? No.
Perception.
Perception.
Can I just ask which way the wind's blowing?
Which way do you want it to blow?
Well, you just did such an excellent like impression of it last week.
Oh,
I just
yes.
thought we could go for that
Yeah.
again.
Oh, God.
What it's kind of, it's just kind of like a.
Oh.
Oh,
Like a
they give me
cat.
chills.
Yes. 18.
18.
No, I'm just checking behind me at this point.
You're too busy trying to figure out where the wind's blowing. What'd you get, Tish?
6.
Well, that's worse than me even.
What'd you get?
15.
15. What'd you get, Scott? Sorry. Perfect. What horse? Are you all on a horse? You've all got
Yes.
your own horse. So
Yes.
each of you. And what's AJ doing? Is he on his own horse?
Were we
No.
sharing?
No, one of us was riding
Was
with
it?
AJ.
I
Yeah.
thought he had his own.
No,
no,
we've got
He
4
was
horses.
on the back.
I
I
ride
bound
with
him to the horse and let him
No,
run.
AJ will be like
We
behind
could
me.
only
Behind you? No
hanging
problem.
on.
You're trotting
Yeah.
along, and
Probably Tish's
a
horse.
briefest of kind of like shadows just passes over you. You're small, and you look up, and you see a bird up in the sky, just quite high up. And it's at a point where you're getting closer and closer towards the kind of the edge of the ranges as the gradient of the land starts to just kind of slowly climb, gradually getting high. You're moving away from sea level and then slowly growing up. And this bird has come down, getting bigger and slowly getting bigger, and then it banks, and then suddenly as it turns sideways, there's this quite huge wingspan.
No jumping.
Wolf.
And you look and you're like, oh, not one of those again. And a mountain, clear as day, a mountain wyvern banks around and swings down
Ooh, how did
towards
that go?
you, having seen you, just like that.
Oh.
And it just kind of like,
It's been tracking us
Is
all this
there
time.
like some trees that we could get the horses under?
make a perception check. As it's ever closer, gaining speed on you now.
17.
You look around, there's trees, maybe there's a little cluster of trees, maybe about, you'd say about 500 metres away. But the way that this thing now Undra points it out to you is gaining on you and swoops down. It's going to be on top of you in a few minutes, and it's just kind of suddenly a flap of the wings, and it dives now, wings dropping behind it.
Right.
You can see the long, elongated tail.
Fireball it past.
I'm going to fireball it.
Yeah.
Tish, give it some lightning, mate.
Just have to remember how.
In closing, you reckon maybe maximum you got 10 seconds before this thing closes in on you.
So
So
it's heaps of
How far away?
it's max maybe 200 feet, give or take.
Okay. I can get to 150. Straight in.
Suddenly, kind of, it banks, it swoops, it's now very quickly, it's within 100 feet.
Oh,
and
that's good.
you cast Fireball.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. So that's a dexterity saving throw.
Yes.
That's going to be a 12.
No. What am I looking for? I'm looking for my thing. No, it's 16. 10, 15, 18, 20, 29 points of damage.
Good job. As it kind of implodes and this ball of fire erupts, and you hear this screech as the wyvern flies through it with it kind of like billowing around its open wings, which you can see are kind of scorched and kind of like the flame just dying out. It just banks to you, clearly wounded, but now having passed through that, it seems to be intent on something. You doing anything, Tish?
Yes. Sorry, sorry, Moon.
I would say at this point you'll get to do one thing to the incoming wyvern before it's on top of the four of you.
Yeah.
And then
I've
we'll roll
already did
initiative.
my thing?
You've done your thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm casting lightning bolt at it.
Yep.
It'll
Holy
need a
shit,
dex
fellas.
save.
Another dex saving throw?
Yeah.
Throw some stuff at it.
No, that's
Right.
not gonna. That's a 10 as well.
Yeet some stuff
Cool.
at it.
Can I borrow? I've got 8d6s. I've got 3.
Oh.
4, 5, 6,
I got loads, it's alright.
7, 8. We rock it
Yeah.
like this.
Shake it, baby, shake it.
Okay.
Think you need a new dice tray.
I've got one in my bag.
It's a little wobbly.
10, 16, 20, 25, 27,
Reroll that one.
28.
Reroll the blue one.
That-
It was
this
proper
one?
cop, yeah.
Oh, cool. Now you've made me lose count. 27, 28, no.
30.
That'll do. Actually, what did it mean?
As the
10,
crack
20,
32.
32, even better. As the crack of lightning just erupts from your hands and just into a massive straight line. Bolting
whoop.
How does that go?
So whoop.
Sorry, just missed that once more.
So whoop. Which is, yeah.
And it just erupts through the centre of the wyvern and it just kind of shrieks in pain and agony as the crackle of energy just erupts on. But now it's kind of, it's committed to the dive now, 40 feet, 30 feet.
Okay.
I'm going to protect
Yeah.
AJ.
AJ's on his horse. You said that? It said it was on the back of your horse.
Yeah, it's on my
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what are you two doing?
Right, guiding bolt.
Yep.
I'm just hoping it's not Nigel in B shape.
Hold on. Oh, it might be. Then I must
Doesn't
need
smell
a
like
higher
one.
level spell. So I'm just gonna do a third level.
Mm-hmm.
Just give the little pat. So that's gonna be a 18 to hit.
What to hit?
18.
That'll hit.
Right, so we just double
Smash it
check,
good.
Because I haven't used both for us of 46. 66.
He did lots of counting.
You did do a lot of
Heaps
counting.
more than
Yeah.
yours. 3 and a 4.
Whoa. That's 29.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. Still going.
Pretty
as,
good.
Oh.
as the spell
So
erupts from you. And
Yeah.
This thing is just
Oh,
fire,
yeah,
lightning,
crossbow.
energy, and so on. And now it's almost upon you. And
I'm
as it
shooting
veers,
with my crossbow.
and you shoot it with your crossbow.
Yeah.
Roll your attack.
Do I get advantage with the guiding bolt? I can't remember because it's like glowing now. Or is that a different one?
different card.
Yes, different card. I was like,
That's not it.
I can't remember. There's one.
Yeah, I
there's
think-
a,
I
there's a
think it was-
cleric spell that does that. but
yeah,
can't
I think it
remember
was
which one
guiding
is.
bolt. Actually, where did I put it?
I'll have a look because you might get advantage. It
Yeah.
does.
Yes. Attack
Get
rolls
the-
make this target before the end of your next turn as
Okay,
advantage.
23.
That'll hit.
That's 5 damage. 12 will miss probably.
Just misses.
And 14 will that hit?
Yes, that does hit.
That's another 4 damage there.
And with the intense barrage of spells and attacks, this thing looks quite dramatically damaged. And then it's on top of you all
Oh, hello.
as it
Oh, what did you do?
rears up and swoops with its massive tail just flinging out and these claws dragging down.
What?
It's got tail and claws.
And claws.
And
What
claws.
colour is it?
As the claws, it's kind of like a brownish mottled colour. As the claws come down, it passes very quickly by your horses and then past your horse, and you feel this rush of wind as you duck down, and this kind of wind
Rushing.
just, and then suddenly one claw swipes down as the tail then whips, and Duncan, you feel the tail pierce into you, and that's going to be a 26 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Cool.
He's a little bit too
So you
excited
take-
about it.
14 points of piercing damage.
Ooh.
And can you make a Constitution saving throw with advantage for you? Because you have
Do you want
advantage
to
against
play with
poison.
that one?
Yes, I do.
I bought it from a store called Lovecraft.
Well, they're very good there, I hear.
Yeah. Oh. Yours is much bigger than mine.
A lot of people say that.
I would hope so.
14, I want to
There's a
say.
blue one.
14.
Oh,
It's got a big brown one.
he's a bit lumpy.
This is a big brown grumpy thing. This mountain wyvern. Do not get on it. I don't know if I have any
Oh,
tummy
don't
acid to
take-
survive.
24 points of poison damage.
Oh dear God.
I get resistance. Was that halved?
Yes. So 12 points of poison damage. And as you feel that, you feel this kind of lurch from behind you as the wyvern banks up and just moves away.
Do you get attack of opportunity?
Yes.
You do. Get an
Hey.
attack of opportunity as you see it flying out of your reach.
No, let's not worry about that too much.
Cool. And you hear a scream as it pulls up and banks away, the helpless body of AJ is in the grasp of its,
I bloody knew it was coming for AJ.
as it starts to move away.
Oh no,
What do you wanna do?
AJ, we hardly knew thee.
Oh,
no.
shit.
How will we find our way into
Do
there
you
if
have
we
Misty
don't
Step?
save him?
Into the mountains
I
of...
do.
As a reaction, could you misty step towards him and
Yeah.
then use that other spell that you've got to... Would that work? I don't know.
I hope someone's
Oh no, because you can't cast two spells.
But-
Oh, it's misty step a
feather fall
reaction?
when we
On the
shoot it
section.
down.
As you see it flying away,
30 feet.
very quickly you see the claw contract and these massive, like pincer-like, needle-like claws just dig into the body of AJ, which you just see him scream and like blood just, and then you see his body go limp as he just kind of starts hanging there.
Sort of like, oh, you know, it's just
I was so looking forward to eating him into a hole.
if the thing
You just let
drops
it fly away, or
No, I want to go at it. Do I get another go?
okay, you do.
How far away is it?
But it's probably about 20 feet away now.
Oh,
Can I have a Misty Step as a bonus action. Can I Misty Step onto it?
Is AJ dead?
He's unconscious.
Oh, yes.
we can get him
A
back.
fight with the wyvern. That sounds
Okay,
great.
we can do. Well, let's carry this on the next episode.
I could die.
Thanks
Your
everyone.
turn.
Excellent.
We hope you enjoyed it. It's all getting rather exciting. Do check us out on Facebook and YouTube. We're nearly up to date with the YouTube once again, and we're hoping to start actually streaming live quite soon. It's probably going to be Tuesdays, probably 6 o'clock. But watch this space or check out our Facebook page for details once we've worked out what we're doing. But then you could like message us and tell us all the things we've done wrong, which would be great.
But not stealing.
Yeah,
You.
no, and dealing and joining with the bands. See you next time. Thanks everyone. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.